Hello there, I'm Christine Franklyn, and I am a health coach who helps busy business owners fit healthy habits into their lives.
And my name is Silvana Siskov. I'm a nutritionist and health coach. And today we are going to talk about, can we trust food labels?
Ooh,
Ah,
this
can
is
we
an
trust them or
interesting
not? Yeah.
topic.
And I did write something down here that I read the other day. It says that the law allows quite a large margin of errors, up to 20%. So for instance, if particular food has 100 calories, we might see on the packaging anything between 80 to 120 calories, and that would be okay as it's not breaking any kind of law.
Mm,
Mm,
yeah,
interesting.
very. Well, we
Yeah.
know that food manufacturers know all the little gray areas and the
Mm-hmm.
loopholes and exactly how to word things to be able to get away with what
Mm-hmm.
is not allowed, basically, in another form.
Yeah. So often we can see on the food packaging no added sugar. What
Yes.
does it mean? Is it really no added sugar or what?
Exactly. Usually,
Mm,
when you see even zero sugar,
yeah.
we all think, oh, well, that's good because I'm not taking in excess sugar. That's not adding to my
Mm-hmm.
daily quota of sugar. But what is actually making that beverage sweet? Because I'm sure it's still sweet. Sometimes it's even sweeter in the
Mm-hmm.
taste than
Yeah.
something that is regular, that's not
Yeah.
low sugar or zero sugar. And what is it that's making it sweet? Usually it's an artificial sweetener.
Mm,
That
yeah.
artificial sweetener is usually not good for your health at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that there is a lot that manufacturers kind of are trying to kind of do and put on a food labels, kind of to trick us in a way. In
Yes,
a way, I can't find any other word to describe that.
that's what it is.
Yeah. So sometimes we might see fruit flavored, but it doesn't mean there's any fruit there.
Exactly.
It's just the flavor of fruit.
Yeah.
It could be totally artificial, but
Yeah.
some people might think, oh, there is a fruit there, therefore it must be healthy.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
And even if it's derived from a fruit, that's so far down the chain. By the time it gets into the food,
Yes,
it's
yeah,
unrecognizable.
yes,
It's
yeah,
literally just a hint
yes,
of what
yeah,
that fruit
yeah.
used to be.
Yeah. And the last week we talked about low carbs. And when it says low carbs, it could be low carbs, but that it could mean that they added so much junk in that food that it's not healthy anymore at all.
Exactly. Or low
Yeah.
fat. Yes.
Yeah, or
Yes.
low fat is the same thing. They'll take a healthy fat out or any type of fat out, but they're gonna add the sugar or something else to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
always think, let's not try to mess with nature. Nature gave us
Mm,
what we
mm,
need.
mm,
And these food manufacturers, I hope people remember, are in a business. They're not there generally speaking, they're not
mhm.
there to help your health. They're not in the business of making you
Mm.
well. They're in the business of selling food products and they
Yeah.
want to sell as many as possible.
Yeah. 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 And
Yeah.
I remember once I saw a bar of Snickers chocolate bar in a shop, and it says it has more protein than the standard size Snicker
Mhm.
size. And I thought, yeah, there are some nuts in there, and that's where
Yeah.
protein comes. But I mean, how much junk is there?
Yes.
And some people might think, oh, it's healthy, it has more protein, this is actually a healthy choice, but no, it doesn't mean that at all.
Exactly.
And often I think breakfast cereals are really dangerous, and that they're really, manufacturers are really trying to put all kind of labels there, kind of to say, oh, this one has more vitamin D, or this one has a less sugar. But less sugar than what? Less sugar than another cereal that has maybe 100% of sugar, for instance.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
It's so
yeah.
true. And,
Yeah.
all of these statements are just playing into the things that they know people are talking about in the
Yeah.
health world.
Mm,
And
mm,
people who are trying to eat healthier are listening to the advice of health experts. And so they're looking for products that meet that criteria.
mm.
So food manufacturers are well aware that people are looking for products that have less fat, have less sugar, have less carbs, because those are things that, at least before, especially, those were really talked about a lot as, the way to be healthy.
Mm.
So they're really just playing on what people want in terms of being healthy, but they're not
Yeah.
delivering what we're
Yeah.
expecting to really have the best health in our bodies.
Yeah. Yes. And it's a real problem. And, they really, as I said, kind of, they're trying to play tricks with us in a way. They know
Yes,
what we want. And
yes,
that's what they write on a food label or
yes,
on a packaging, anywhere on a packaging, because they know the people are going to go for it.
yes,
And yeah, kind of nobody can stop them doing that.
exactly. Yes. And even the term natural is not um, really it's not certified. It's
Mm,
not checked by anybody. It doesn't have
mm,
any specific criteria in the way that organic
mhm.
has. So, but they know that people are trying to, again, eat something that's more natural. So they put it on the front
Yeah,
of the label, and there's no one to say, well, really, this isn't. Anybody can
yeah,
put that on a food label.
yeah. Or same as organic. It doesn't mean it's 100% organic.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
It's very unfortunate.
yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to what to say about it, but that's what kind of always say to people. I mean, try to eat as much as possible natural food, and
Yes.
then there is less danger of feeding their bodies with junk.
Yes, it's true.
you
It's
know
best to have food in its natural form, or as close to its natural form as
mm.
possible, meaning that, for example, you go to a farmer's market, you
Mm.
know what you're getting from a
Yeah.
particular farmer. You're not buying something in a package. I usually will say, as far as possible, minimize the amount of packaged foods that you eat, because that's where some processing usually has taken place. And there are probably other ingredients in there that you don't know about.
Mm. Mm.
So, as recognizable as possible, that's the
Yeah,
criteria.
yeah,
Recognizable as in how it's found in nature, not how someone took it and processed it and packaged it for you.
yeah. I mean, I always say, kind of, when you eat whole food, like you eat apple, you eat banana, potato, mushrooms, whatever you eat, there is just one ingredient.
Yes.
But as soon as it's put in some kind of packaging, whether it's inside a bag or a jar or a box or whatever it is, it's going to be lots of ingredients there. It's going to be added salt, added sugar, added something else, added God knows what, added so many things that we can't even pronounce.
Yes.
So, really, if you stick to just a whole food, and when you go shopping, in the supermarkets, in the first couple of aisles, you always going to find fruits and veggies. Um, if you go further down the supermarket, then that's the danger. That's kind of, the more further down you go, the more unhealthy it is in a way.
Yes. It's true. In those
Yeah,
middle aisles.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
And at
yeah.
the cash register, where they put all those impulse
Oh yeah.
buy snacks.
Yeah.
While you're waiting, let's just let you stare at this
Yeah, yeah,
chocolate
yeah.
bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially like every time when I put the petrol in the car and I want to pay for the petrol. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yes.
the place is surrounded by chocolates.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the other
So,
thing I tell people is to look beyond that first label on the front. That one that they know you're going to see as you're
mhm,
passing by the
mhm,
supermarket shelf that says all natural or zero sugar or no added sugar. Of course, that's there to catch your attention. turn that package around, look at the back, and read the
Yeah.
ingredients for yourself.
Yes. And count how many ingredients are there.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And you might find 40, 50, 60 ingredients. And yeah, the more ingredients there is there, the less food, real food is there.
Yes, exactly. So true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I hope this has been beneficial.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it will be, because this is a matter of awareness.
yes, yeah.
We just really want everyone to be so aware of how tricky food labels can be.
Yeah, that could be really, really tricky. I mean, I remember myself before I started to even have interest in nutrition. I didn't have a clue. I just and I remember I used to look at the labels, not even understanding what they mean, what they're supposed to mean, what is it all about. Yeah, I mean, I always say, no, it really depending on each individual, how much effort they want to make and learn. If they want to learn by themselves, but they can always contact you or contact myself or contact anybody out there who can help them to eat healthier and to live healthier lives.
Yes.
you
Yeah,
know
that's so true. It's so
yeah
important, because without our health, we have nothing, literally.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we can have a whole money in the world, but if we don't have a health, then what is the point?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are we going to be talking about next?
Oh, well, next week we are going to talk about how to make sure we eat 5 a day.
Ah, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. And I'm sure that people are going to really benefit from that as well. Yeah, because every week we are kind of trying to help people to kind of make them more aware about what they're putting in their bodies and making them aware about their behavior and trying to improve their relationship with food. So I hope next week is going to be a good one again.
Yes. Looking forward to it.
See you next week.
See you then.